Alrighty guys, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Gardendale Garage here in beautiful Alabama where it's freaking cold as a witch's titty. Anyways, alright, Matt Starkey. Now, Matt went ahead and, for a couple years, I've known Matt for a while. For a couple years he was saying, he's going to get in the Rgh. And I'm like, oh, well, when you're ready, man. I'm here all night. So, anyway, he went ahead and, he took the plunge, alright, and he bought this crazy freaking thing. This is a Modern Warfare 3 console, and as you've seen today, I did a small video with the guts of it. Okay, inside we used a Viper Dual Nand on it, alright, with a matrix chip Rgh 1.2 method. Now, if you don't know what a Dual Nand is, it's just a console with two brains, basically. Okay, I mean, that's a simple layman's term, all right? There's a lot going on in there to make it work, okay? Element, if you don't know who Element is the one that designed the Viper chip, okay? And yeah, Dorian, it's similar to yours. It's got one more little bell and whistle on there. That's kind of crazy. And Element is the guy that designed the Viper chip. His name is Damian Jones on Facebook here. He's a really good guy. He also made the X-Flasher. So, I mean, you're talking heavy hitters here. These guys are like really, really off the chain. And, and of course you got Josh Davidson, who designed the Rgh 1.2 method for the Slim, which makes it boot like a freaking retail. So I can't tell which side is what, anymore, because it just boots just as fast as the damn retail. But anyway, we went ahead, we put programmable LEDs in it and all that kind of good stuff. Got a 500 gig drive. It's got a system drive on, and I keep the retail side separate from the hard drive for obvious reasons, okay, because you don't want to get it banned, all right, because that would be bad. Hey, there he is. There's Mr. Element right there, Damian Jones. Yes, he made that crazy thing, made me cross my eyes with the little friggin' QSBs on. Love you, Damian. Anyway, so it's up in the line server. It's got Purge on it, College Football Revamped to version 15. It's got the auto updater, so it updates from the College Football Revamped GitHub. So in case they do an update or whatever, you don't have to mess around with a computer or anything like that. It automatically download it for you. BO2 Mw3 Ghost, Advanced Warfare offhosts on this thing, as well as Jigging and Sentinel and all that happy nonsense. All right, but let me show you how this works, okay? Because Matt, you're gonna, please, Matt, watch this video. It's kind of important, okay? All right, so anyway, needless to say, hey Don, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. Anyway, okay, look, now the way that Element designed this thing, pretty cool. All right, look, this is a system drive right here, but I'm gonna take this out for right now. Okay, now look, holding the sync button, all right, that's NAND 2. All right, now, of course, Element also has designed a triple NAND, which I cannot wait to get my hands on, which I'm going to rape like a rape tape, okay? But that's NAND 2, all right, that's your stock image. You press it again, and that's going to be NAND 1. That's your hacked image, okay? So I'll tell you what we're going to do. The first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to select NAND 2, which is your boring retail side, okay? We'll stick the system drive in there just so we have it. So in that way, then it's got the kernel update and the dashboard update and all that other happy nonsense. All right, and I'll tell you what, we're going to fire this thing up. So, yes, it makes some funny sounds too, okay? And yes, you got a bunch of LEDs going around there. And yes, I did your ROL for you like you wanted, okay? Anyway, needless to say, yeah, it's kind of bright. All right, it definitely is bright, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put you up over here. Hopefully I don't drop you. All right, I don't want to see that. Hey, Matt, how are you, man? Good to see you. How's Dad doing? I hope he's doing well. His Black Market Marbles, man. Guys, if you want to check out some really artistic, crazy stuff, you got to check out Black Market Marbles. Will Stuckenberg, he's an artist. He's a real good friend of mine. I met him on Xbox Live back in 2007 playing freaking Call of Duty 2. All right, and I'll tell you what he does with marbles, he makes worlds inside of it. It's crazy. Gold fluming, all kinds of crazy stuff. The guy's a freaking psychopath. All right, but anyway, all right, so we have our stock image. Okay, here it is. Boring. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. Then we're going to go over the system. All right, and then what we're going to do, we're going to test the Xbox Live connection. Okay, now by rights, everything should connect. and be okay. So we'll test it, make sure it's right, and it should get up on live, okay, with no problems. Hopefully. We'll see what happens, okay? Yes, the anticipation is building. Yes. I can feel it in my scrotum right now. All right, so anyway. All right, so we'll get connected to the internet now. Come on, don't play with me. I will freaking hurt your ass. All right. And there we are, and we're good, okay? So you got a good KV on here. The retail side is untouched and perfect the way it needs to be, all right? Now, we're back out of there. We're back out of there, okay? And now you'll see that it is up. It's on Xbox Live, okay, as a retail console, all right? Now, okay, here's where the magic comes in, all right? And where Element in his twisted little mind, okay, did this crazy thing, okay? So I'm going to power this off now, all right? And what we're going to do, we'll pull the system. We don't have to pull it out, but I'm going to pull it out anyway. When in doubt, pull it out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, we'll select NAND 1, which is the hacked image. Now we're going to fire this thing up, okay? So now, you can hear the fan speed kick up because now it's following what I set up in Dash Launch. And, of course, it boots like a freaking retail, so I can't tell which side is which, only by the NAND indicator, okay? Now it's going to boot up. All right, and we're going to boot into Aurora, okay? And then once we're in Aurora, you will see that we are on a hacked image, okay? So, 2 different consoles in one shell. That's what you got, okay? There you are. Welcome to Alliance, okay? Life is good. So now you got a modified system and you have a retail system, okay? Really cool, all in one. Nice to have. All right, now, okay. Let's go through this, shall we? Alright, Xbox 360 games, okay? We start off with the Xbox 360 dashboard, and we work our way through. Okay, we've got a ton of games on here, all kinds of crazy stuff, and should keep you busy for a while, okay? All the Mass Effects, all the Halos, the Mortal Kombats, NCAA Football 14, College Football Revamped, yes. Unfortunately, no title artwork for that one, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. And it's all, you know, all that. So you got 500 gigs worth of crap on here, okay? Now, we'll go ahead. Xbox Live Arcade. Yes, you got a ton of Xbox Live Arcade on here as well. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. You know, your typical standard setup. And, of course, you got your indie games, okay, where you go over to the trailer park and get a good STD or whatever, okay, so on and so forth. All right, and then, of course, you got your classic games. These are Xbox original games that you play in bypass mode. So that way, then, you can play the original Xbox games on there. And then you have your emulators, okay? And you got a ton of them. There's like over 8,000 ROMs on there. All right, so on and so forth. Now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead. We'll go to the Xbox 360. We'll go and we'll hit the dashboard, okay? Leonard, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. All right, as you can see, hello again, Matt Starkey. You're on Alliance Live. Welcome to Alliance Live. We updated our XOSC. Okay, I added Advanced Warfare cheats a while ago. Okay, you got 90 reserve days left. Got it, good. Okay, and as you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD, and then over in our 5th tab, we have our Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats to disable hit A, to enable hit A. Very simple, okay? And then we'll bring this back home. All right, now, I'm going to explain something to you about this console, and it's very important that you pay attention to this, because if you don't, if you ban the retail side, you ruin the dual land, okay? You basically just have then an RGH, all right? And you never want to do that, okay? Needless to say, I'm going to show you something here. We go to File Manager, all right? We go there now and see, as you can see, it's 500 gigs, okay? So we're going to hit the HDD1, all right? Now you're going to notice in the root of the drive, there is a kv.bin, all right? Now, it is not the kv that is from this console. It is one from my stash, okay? It's unbanned and unshared, okay? But it doesn't belong to this console, and there's a reason for that. Because when you hook up on a, you know, on a stealth server, no matter what, I don't care what kind of server it is, I don't give a damn, you know, Lifetime, whatever, if something was to happen where it lost connection with Microsoft or whatever, and a challenge went through, goodbye, you pop the KV. Okay? Needless to say, there's a joke behind popping the KV, and he's a good friend of mine, and every time I say that, he gets enraged. And you know what? I can feel the hair standing up on the back of his neck right now. But anyway, he's going to kill me. Okay, anyway, needless to say, all right, look, always have a kv.bin on there that doesn't belong to the console, all right? If you take this off of here, and you boot the console, Okay? What will happen is this. It will take the original KB from the original NAND and it will put it on the hard drive. And it will use that. So never, ever, ever, ever remove the KB.bin. Okay? Even if it goes bad, we can get you another one. It's not a big deal. And you just copy and paste it into the root of the hard drive. Okay? That's it. Because you never want to expose the true identity of this console to Microsoft, because if you do that and something was to happen, well, goodbye Dual Nand, okay? So don't do that, all right? Please don't do that. So anyway, very important that, I have to mention this, because if I don't, and you inadvertently, remove it, and then it logs up and you think everything is fine and it's using the original KV from the retail side, look out, okay? So, please, don't ever delete one of them off of there. Leave it on there, okay? Thank you. Now, needless to say, all right, I hope that you like your system, Matt, all right? Now, look, also, with this crazy thing, you have a remote. So, of course, it goes red, it goes green, it goes blue, it goes yellow, yeah, like a light orange, I guess, a darker orange, and a really dark orange, and a cyan, yeah, that's it, yeah, and then you got whatever the hell that is, and then purple and green and white, and then we put it on auto, okay? Needless to say, it'll go through 320 something odd modes, and just for your fancy, so that way then it lights up your room like a freaking beacon, okay? But needless to say, there you have it, and thank you. Yeah, Matt, there's emulators on there. Yeah, you can play Nintendo on there and all that kind of good stuff. You can play all the emulators that you want, if you want, I'll show you something here, okay? Alright, let's go into emulators, okay? Let's see here now. Where the hell is it? Yeah, there we are, okay? Now, like NES emulator, okay? We'll hit that. We'll fire that up. Okay, this is NES emulator here. Okay, as you can see, and there's a bunch of games on there that you can play. We'll bring it down here. Let's see here. Junior Turbo Racing, all that kind of good stuff. Let me bring it down to something that's more my speed. Back in the day here. There's a ton on here, by the way, as you can see. These are all ROMs from, Nintendo, basically. Let's see here. Where the hell is it? Yeah. Here we go. Wait a minute. There it is. Wait. It's getting there. There it is. Okay, yeah. You do Donkey Kong, okay? Let's fire that up. There you are. So anyway, hit the start button, whatever, okay? And let's see here now. Yeah. And then you can adjust the graphics on it, by the way. Okay, like, you can go to, like, you can go to, like, Super Saiyan, okay? And then you can go full screen, okay? Hit back, and there you are. All right, and there it is, and there's little Mario, okay? As you can see, jumping through everything. There he is, okay? Going after his freaking broad, and you got the friggin' ape there friggin' trying to throw barrels at me and all that kind of good stuff. And, like I said, you can, oh shit, mother... Yeah, anyway, that's how you play that, okay? So, needless to say, yeah. And then, Xbox One. And, there's a bunch of emulators on there, okay? MAME, for example. MAME plays everything under the sun. I mean, that thing is friggin' insane. All the way back to all the side-scrollers and regular arcade games, all that kind of good stuff. So, ton of stuff on there. Also, another thing, too, if you want to play, just so you guys can see this, all right? Oh, you're welcome, Matt. Not a problem, brother. All right. Let's say you want to play an original Xbox game, okay? Just so, just for saying, all right? Since Matt's here, I'm going to show you something, Matt, okay? Listen. All right. If you want to play like an original Xbox game, okay? Let's say, let me see here. We'll go to classic games. All right, there you go. Now, here's one right here. Here you go. Mortal Kombat Deception. Now, mind you, the server's on, okay? So the plugin is live, all right? Now, if you hit Mortal Kombat, this is what's going to happen. Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Good God, y'all. My memory got fucked up. This is what happens when you try to run it okay, on a friggin' with a server, okay? So you got to put it in bypass mode, all right? So let me show you what bypass mode is, all right? Power the console. I love that sound. It's such a good little sound, isn't it? You gotta love that sound, okay? Now, what bypass mode is simply this, man. Okay, watch. Power, eject. Yes, it makes all the sounds, okay? And you put it in bypass mode. Okay, now bypass mode will come up, all right? And you'll see. It's going to go ahead, it's going to come up, and then it's going to suck the tray in all by itself. You cannot get an Xbox Live with this when doing this, okay? Because we took away the server plugin. All right, so, you know, there's no getting on live with this now because we want to play an original game. Okay, now hopefully the crazy, that crazy Luke Usher guy will put up Xbox Live 1.0 as insignia, and then maybe the other maniac that designed this emulator will actually make it work on there, which would be really cool, okay? But anyway, all right, look. Now, we'll go on over, and let's see here. We'll go to Classic Games, all right? And then what we're going to do here, all right, is we'll go ahead on over to Mortal Kombat, and now we'll hit it. Now you'll notice we get the Xbox logo, okay? It blinks. There we are, okay? And then Mortal Kombat should come up any second now. No, wait a minute, that's because it loaded that one plugin. Hang on. Let me show you here. Sorry about that. Happens. Go to the Classic Games. There we are. Do this once again. There we go. Okay, now it should load. It better. Yep, there you are. Okay, so there's Mortal Kombat Deception, the original Xbox game, okay, as you can see. And yes, it's playable. And of course, sorry I don't have any sound on this, but this is a real monitor. It doesn't have output or anything like that. And I've tried to get sound for it. It's just, yeah, okay. And this comes at us in like 720p. Okay, so as you can see, there's the game. Okay, it's all good. And everything is all working perfectly fine with it, okay? Now, when you want to exit the game, you hit the guide button. Either it's going to fatal crash, or it's going to go ahead and let you exit gracefully. Let's see what happens. Nope, it's going to fatal crash. Okay. Yep, and there it goes. That's okay, though, because it's just going to reboot itself. It's no big deal. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just, with some games it does that, some games it doesn't do that, okay? It's just, that's just the emulator, okay? But anyway, that's how you play a classic game. Now, let's say you want to play some XBLA, Live Arcade, all right? Now, to play the full versions, you got to have it in bypass mode as well. Okay, so anyway, we can go ahead and, let's see here, we can do Soul Calibur. Okay? Now, we're going to try and continue. Here we go. Yeah, it does that after you run a classic game. Just go back to Aurora, hit it again. This happens sometimes, you can't help that. It does that. Like I said, these emulators and everything else, all of the software is written by developers, and they, you know, do it. And sometimes, you know, it just, it does some weird stuff. But anyway, what we'll do here is we'll go ahead, we'll go to Xbox Live Arcade. Let's try that again, shall we? All right, now, most likely, it will be okay. Yep, and there it is, okay? And it'll run. There it is, okay? So there's your Soul Calibur, and it's the full version of the game, okay? It's not the trial version or anything like that. So that way then you get the full version on this thing, okay? So needless to say, you know, there you have it, okay? And there's the game. Everything is all cool. You play the game. You're good to go. You can create a profile or whatever, you know, I mean, or, you know, or whatever, but there you are. So you just load your profile and you'll be good to go, all right? So anyway, we'll return back to the arcade. And that will take us back, and we'll go back into Aurora. And there you have it, okay? So that's how you play your classic games and your XBLA, all right? So there you have it, all right? So I hope I explained everything, all right, to you, and that, you know, you understand what's going on, Matt, all right? So listen, brother, first off, I'd like to thank Element for designing such a great chip. You know, I mean, like I said, he does some extraordinary stuff. Josh Davidson, okay, the master of the PLL himself, all right, for Rgh 1.2. I always pay homage to these guys, you know, because a lot of these other, you know, so-called RGHers or whatever, they don't bother to say thanks to these guys or anything like that. No, they just grab it and run with it, you know, and it's like it's their own. And nobody ever says thank you, you know, so just a vote of thanks for what you guys do and you're developing as you go on and on, because, you know, like I said, without you guys, we'd all be lost, you know, so it's greatly appreciated, all right? And Yeah, Element, like I said, you design a hell of a chip, man. Yeah, a hell of a chip. I can't wait to get my hands on that triple NAND. And Josh, Rgh 1.2, man, you can't beat it. It is one of the most tried and true, best booting firmware I've ever had. So, you know, you made my life easy. So, anyway, guys, listen. Thank you so much, okay? And thanks for watching. I greatly do appreciate it. I hope that you all have a good one. All right, and like I said, we're going to ship this off to you, Matt. So you'll have it. You'll have a tracking number, and we'll get it out to you. All right? Thanks again for your business. Guys, you all have a good one. I got now normal consoles that I have to build to catch up on, and also a couple repairs and all kinds of crazy stuff. So, anyway, needless to say, hope you all have a great night. I'm going to holler at you all later. You all take it easy.